the survival scenario. Due to the extreme danger in humor, Cave and Doty receive support when they are in potentially life-threatening and humorless situations, as required by humor and safety regulations. On some occasions, comedic situations are presented to Cave and Doty so they can demonstrate humor and survival techniques. The situations depicted in this program are dangerously funny. Do not attempt to duplicate.
The Watermelon Mountains are over 87 million acres in an area the size of Manhattan. The summits reach over 40,000 feet in elevation.
Watermelon Mountains are sprinkled with over 97,000 ecosystems.
With snow over 80 feet deep, massive elephants, giant anteaters, and quicksand that is actually slow, every inch of terrain is potentially deadly and humorless.
It's a land of extremes. We're at the end of a humorless and comedic earth. It's cold, it's wet, and it's funny.
This sparsely inhabited area lures nudist mountain bikers who also like to ski. In the thick of telling bad jokes while mountain biking naked and skiing, just one really, really bad joke can spell disaster.
People come to the Watermelon Range to ski and mountain bike naked. The problem is when humor sets in and people start telling jokes and talking about people's asses.
Strike one, strike two, strike three. You got a home run.
Liquids are necessary to survive and to wet the whistle. Without a whistle that's wet, one cannot tell good jokes. Lost and humorless in the Watermelon Mountains, a scenario Cave Dan Newberry and Doty Cundon are familiar with.
If you get the bad joke sickness in this area, it could mean trouble.
Bring on the jokes. 'Cause I'm feeling funny. Sure is a snowy mess out here.
Yeah, all this snow on the ground. It's crazy, brother.
Yeah, crazy with ways to slip and fall on your ass.
Cave and Doty pick up where a lost mountain biking and skiing nudist left off, in a snow-covered forest that has been battered by humorless and cold winds.
Dave, you hear all those, whoa, be careful there, slow down. I'm not joking either. You hear all those wolves?
Yeah, that means there's meat somewhere.
Yeah, I can smell it in the air. Oh, we got some gear and some other stuff over here, Cave. All right.
The first step is to take stock in any gear or jokes that may aid in this parody being funny.
All right. So what we have here, Doty, is just the average survival stuff that a nude mountain biker might have if they're up in the mountains.
So what you're trying to say, Cave, is that we have several nice props here that might help with the comedy.
Yeah.
Which we're probably going to need the help.
We're going to need that help, that's for sure.
Hey, look, mouth to mouth.
What is that? Yeah, if there ain't three uses for it, we don't need it. Get rid of it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Liquids are necessary to survive and to wet the whistle. Without a whistle that's wet, one cannot tell good jokes.
What we're going to need now are some liquids. Mother Nature's liquids. That's what we're going to do. We're going to drink Mother Nature.
Now, there are a number of ways to hydrate in a survival situation, one of which is drink your own piss. I'm going to demonstrate that right now. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I need to drink some more water. Oh, that feels good. Okay. What a lot of people don't know is that urine is drinkable. And a lot of times in my 10 years in the military, I had to drink my own urine. It's not bad stuff either. Oh, that's good.
Not bad. Just a hint of garlic and onions.
Yeah, let me get another swig of that. Gotta stay hydrated.
You make good pee, Dave.
Doty practices non-shoe and non-pant apparel. For him, it is a way of life. In these extremes of snow and colder than cold, Doty still goes barefoot.
Can't believe Doty's out here in shorts and no shoes. It's insane. Just not right.
Shoes are prisons for your feet, and we all know what happens in prison. I'm too pretty for prison.
And me personally, I like to wear boots. Frostbite's kind of hard to find something funny about.
In times of extreme cold, when snowy, humorless conditions are present, Doty still does not wear pants or shoes.
Nothing's better than a good pair of smelly boots. Here, smell this. That's funny. Oh.
I've been practicing primitive funny for a long time. It just comes natural to me.
Alright, brother. I'm gonna head over here and recon us a place for some shelter. And then I'm gonna start setting some snares so we can catch some four-legged critters for dinner tonight.
Sounds good. I'm gonna recon over here, see if I can find us some wild edibles, and maybe a few materials so we can start telling some funny jokes finally.
Hell yeah, we need that. Alright,
do
good
it.
luck.
A good shelter is important when wintering in the sub-zero temps of the Watermelon Mountain Range. Temps here can reach down to minus 150 below zero, and that's in the summer. Freezing to death is not good for telling jokes.
Okay, what we have here is a classic debris shelter. And we've just got a bunch of branches that are layered up. And this thing's actually going to be a lot nicer than a lot of fancy hotel chains. When I'm done with this, we're going to have running water, hot water. In fact, I think a hot tub's going to be good. And some room service and TV, flat screen, because that's how I like to relax.
Watermelon Mountain Gummy Worm is a good source of sugar and yumminess.
Alright, now when you're really hungry out in the outdoors like this, sometimes looking inside simple tree bark is the easiest thing to do. Let's see what we find. Ah, look, here we go. These are Watermelon Mountain Gummy Worms. Very edible, full of protein.
These creatures can be eaten raw or boiled in water to make a nice broth that's a warm drink that's full of high fructose corn syrup and other awesome chemicals.
Just like Mom used to make. Boy, look at that. With just a few minutes of searching, we got ourselves a fun meal right here. Boy, Cave is gonna love these. Nothing more yummy than a watermelon gummy.
Another source of funny foods is to trap whatever you can, and a good old-fashioned snare is one way of achieving this.
Alright, now what we have here is what's called a silly snare. Those were used by primitive people back in the day. The object is once they get caught in this, they're barraged with a bunch of bad jokes until they die. It's kind of humane that way.
Patience is needed while practicing this type of trapping, and caution is also needed because you may accidentally snare a humorless moment that's not edible.
We're going to leave this silly snare right here. I'm going to go scout out a couple places and set some more. And we'll come back and check. If we hear some insane laughter, we know we got something. Now what we got here is dinner. There's a lot of meat on that thing. We are going to chow tonight. 10 years in the military, I tell you it works. I'm going to go get me some meat, because I like to eat.
Normally, when stranded in the mountains and low on supplies, it would be okay to eat this, but only when you have no more jokes should this be considered an option.
What we got here are some mushrooms. Quite possibly the psychedelic type. But more than likely, they're probably the safe-to-eat type, which are called Safetus tuus eatus mushroom icopus. But of course that's a technical term for it. Most people just call them shrooms. But these are going to go really well with the gummy worms tonight. What a great find.
Hey, I got meat, brother.
I see that. This is going to be an awesome dinner tonight because I found shrooms and watermelon mountain gummy worms.
Nice. That good old natural fruit stuff.
Yep.
I'll try it, but this right here, that's where it's at.
Cave Dan Dewberry is an expert on trapping and cooking of Sasquatch. What Doty does not know is that this is Sasquatch meat.
What kind of meat did you say this was, Cave?
I didn't say.
Brother. Well, if you were to say what it is, what is
Sasquatch.
it? Sasquatch?
Yeah, brother, I caught a Bigfoot in one of my snares.
You mean you actually caught a Bigfoot and instead of keeping it for evidence, you slaughtered it and now we're eating it?
Yeah, it's good too, isn't it?
I have to admit, it's mighty tasty.
When it comes to replacing calories in a survival non-comedic situation, there are no rules in the Watermelon Mountains. Anything is fair game. Bad jokes mix in with the good jokes.
It's mighty tasty. You know, it wouldn't be too horrible if we finished this whole thing off.
Yeah, that's some good eating right there.
The art of joke reliance. Sometimes relying on a joke to come through just doesn't work. And sometimes you need help.
Alright. That is how you start a fire with 2 sticks.
2 sticks, some elbow grease, and instant fire. It only took 4 hours.
Yep.
Here, guys, the director wanted me to hand this to you. Hopefully it will help.
What is this?
It's a joke to add humor to the show. You guys are seriously not being funny.
You should read it.
Yeah, let's see. The director thinks it's good. Let's see. A mouse on a Harley goes into a bar with a hooker, and they both catch syphilis while playing chess. I get it. Yeah, the chess part, that's funny.
Yeah, the mouse. Mice are real fun. Hey, we get some more Bigfoot. We open us a Bigfoot barbecue. That could go nationwide.
Oh man, is that good.
That's good. Here, have another.
Eating nothing but Sasquatch meat is not enough. Sometimes you need dessert.
We're gonna sleep good tonight in that debris hut with this meat.
Where them shrooms?
Alright, don't forget, brother. I still got these watermelon mountain gummy worms and these shrooms.
I don't know about the damn gummy worms, but I'll try some wild organic shrooms you got there.
Normally, when stranded in the mountains and low on supplies, it would be okay to eat this. But only when you have no more jokes to tell should this be considered an option.
But how do you know they're not the hallucinogenic kind?
Well, I don't know for certain. The only way to find out is to eat them, but I feel pretty good about them.
Well, that's good enough for me, I guess.
Alright, bon appetite.
Bon appetite.
With all wild edibles, it's best to be careful what you eat. Sometimes it's best to go with a joke that's proven to work without altering the mind. But this is just a parody, and we're going to go with the cheap joke here.
Good without meat on it.
Mind-altering mushrooms have an interesting effect and can be potentially humorous. In most cases, however, the effects can be uncontrollable laughter. Uncontrollable.
I'm an angel. I'm a I'm an angel. I'm a
Star.